every time. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
Please.
One of these times, the countdown is gonna go, and I'm gonna be ready. But today is not that day.
No, oh. Oh
My
well, I
bad.
feel like
Okay,
the intros are way
you
better
start. I'm
anyway.
ready now. I messed it up. Start over. Take two.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Two Basic Housewives. I am Court.
I am Kai, who's never ready.
At least it's somebody and not me this time.
I feel like I need music. I need like someone to be like, you're starting in five, four, three, because I see the numbers. I'm like, oh, can you see the numbers? And you're like, yeah. Then I'm like, shit, I done fucked it up. My bad. It's early. I'm cussing. Sorry, Jesus.
Right, it's Sunday, Kai. Come on now.
I know.
It's the Lord's
I know
Day.
that. It is the Lord's Day. Also, I need to apologize to everybody for the clicking in the last episode because I did not realize that my earrings were hitting my AirPods. And I don't know if it was just me that like literally had like a aneurysm from the click, 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 click. I'm sorry. My bad. I will never do that again. We have little earrings today. There's no clicking.
I know you were trying to show them off because a mutual friend
They're,
of ours got them for you and they
yes,
were super cute.
they
Honestly, like, I feel
were.
like the neurodivergent part of me was just like, all I can hear is the clicking. And so I
It's just
literally
clicking.
thought it was just me. So I was
Nope.
like, maybe it'll be fine. And then you were like, I am so sorry. And I was like, oh. So we do
The
apologize.
second the clip went out, and I was like, "What is that sound?" I thought it was my headphones. Nope, bitch, it's your earrings. Stop trying to be over the top. Bring it back.
So we hope that you guys are able to push past that
Push past my error.
and listen to our episode because it was a lot of fun. We were talking fall
Yeah.
trends last week or last episode, and this week it's still kind of fall trends because what did Starbucks release on the 22nd? I think it was.
Pumpkin. I'm shaking. I don't know if anybody saw that, but I totally shook. It's pumpkin, and I had the new pumpkin drink on Friday.
Oh, see, I haven't. We're going grocery shopping after this, and there's a Starbucks in our grocery store, so I might get something. And I was going to get something before the episode, and I didn't. But I have pumpkin caramel skinny
I'm
syrup.
doing this as if my cup is in my hand, but it's not.
So I do have something pumpkiny. A friend of mine got it because I still haven't. So I still haven't purchased any skinny syrups. Friend totally let me just chuck some in there. I still haven't gotten mimosa gloss, and I still haven't watched Hocus Pocus 2.
We're not gonna
But
talk about Hocus
but
Pocus.
but here's the reason why. My husband and I are trying to buy a house, and right
All
now
right.
we're waiting to find out. So like, as much as I want to be like, take all my money, everybody, I gotta kind of I gotta rein it back
The
until.
financial analyst in me is really happy about that sentence because for people who are listening, that is my real job, financial planning analyst. So like the accountant in me, the business girl in me is like, don't spend any money when you're buying a house. That's something that like I learned when I bought my first house. They were
Mhm.
like, I don't care what you need. Don't spend your credit card. Don't take out a loan. I don't care if you need new winter tires. They were like, do nothing until your loan goes through and you close, and then you can do stuff. So,
And
yes,
I'm just like,
the girl in me, the math girl is like, yes, don't spend nothing. But you can watch Hocus Pocus. That don't cost no money.
yes, it does because I have to get the subscription to Disney Plus because Disney Plus no longer does
Okay.
like a 2 week trial. And I was like, I mean, did you catch on that people have
That
85
and
different
you
emails?
can only share with so many households now too with Disney Plus. A lot of the streaming
Oh, they're
devices you
like
can only share
Netflix
with.
now?
Yeah, so it's odd for us in this house because like I'm in my office and so there's a
Mhm.
TV in here, which is also the guest room, like when my grandmother comes to visit or when we have friends come stay with us, this is where they sleep. There's a TV in this room, obviously connected to Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu. I don't know what else we have, Amazon. But then we have our living room. The kids have their TV in their living rooms, and then the kids have their TVs. So that's five TVs, one household. And so when like my mom uses our Netflix and our Disney, actually she uses our Netflix and Disney Plus, so that's another two TVs I think at her house. It's just ooh child. And then my grandmother in the nursing home, I put Netflix and Disney Plus on her account so she can watch, movies with us because sometimes we'll have fun where I'll call her. I'll be like, hey, watch this movie. I'm going to call you when it's over. Because in
Oh, oh, that's
holidays,
cute.
Nana and I have to find like the funny videos. I have them where we would watch Christmas movies and she'd be like, she's stupid. That girl's stupid. And every Christmas movie, it does
But I mean,
not
I'm not surprised that your grandma's like
go
that.
against Nana to say that the girl is stupid. No, no. Well, all, and I'm not trying to diss you,
Well,
Hallmark,
let's
but
take
all Hallmark Christmas
our
movies are the
Christmas
same.
movies. Thank you.
They're all the
Yes,
same. I
they are.
know, but
My, my
I am
mom loves.
basic, and I want to watch them.
Oh, are you like Mikkel? You're out there watching those too?
First of all, I have Hallmark Christmas wine for Hallmark Christmas movies. Yeah, I am. I will watch every single one. Candace Cameron Bure is like my favorite woman because she is the queen of Christmas. I don't care how people feel about her. That's my
Right.
girl. I will love
Right.
her until I die. But yes, all the Christmas movie. Kelly Rowland was in like a series of Christmas movies. I binge watched all of them because
So
my
since you
obsession
did
with
that
her is
one
also
look,
real.
do you remember her one look that you did with the glue?
Yes,
So
Kelly.
you need to do her makeup looks in
For
these movies.
Christmas, don't tempt me. Don't tell me with a good time.
Mhm. You should
I
do
forget
that.
I forget what the movies are called, but it's like a series of movies. They all have like kind of the same title, but it's like a Christmas
So
engagement, a Christmas wedding, a Christmas baby, or
it's because they're
holiday
all the same
baby.
names too. If you
Yeah.
go to imdb.com, it's Internet Movie
Okay.
Database. Because the only reason I
So
know
good.
about it is I'm on it as a makeup artist. Actually, as an actress too. I made my film debut in a student film. I was drunk
Tell
girlfriend,
us.
and let me tell you, I tapped into a previous lifestyle and stumbled my ass into that apartment.
Get it,
And
girl.
down the hall, I was like, this was not hard to do at all. But to separate my name, I threw my middle initial in there. So if you look up Courtney A. Leach, you'll find the acting debut. And if you look up Courtney Leach, you'll see some of my makeup credits. I don't have all of them on there because,
Girl, let me go to
but,
Google.
I'm not going to
Let
toot
me
my horn there.
let me look.
But
Beep beep hey.
if you look up Kelly, it'll
Hmm.
show the movies that she's in. And so you'll be able to figure out what the Hallmark movies are by that because it'll
You
have
do
the
know it's
title.
gonna bother me if I don't find this before. Sorry, y'all. I'm usually not on my phone during the podcast, but today I am. And to tell you about the skinny syrups. Okay,
Oh
hold
yeah.
on.
So, speaking of the skinny syrups, and it now in my world, I
Oh,
don't care.
it's called Merry Little Christmas and Merry Little Christmas Wedding and Merry Little Christmas Baby, but little is Liddle, okay? Sorry, I found it. I'm done. I'm getting off my phone. So freaking
I
cute.
don't care that it's 90 degrees outside today. Like we have a high of 90 here in Michigan. I don't know what it's like in upstate New York. It's probably significantly cooler.
76.
Oh, I hate you. Um, but it's fall. It's it's fall.
I love
And
fall.
it is now all things that are fall, all things that are fall colors, flavors, smells, everything. And I also don't care that it's not even September yet. You remember what I sent you yesterday? Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
That's right, I'll kill it. So we were at Target on Friday and I got the new what is it? Iced pumpkin chai
Oh.
tea. Yes. It was great. My husband got the shaken apple cinnamon espresso. I don't know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
might be wrong. It's with oat
Yeah.
milk, but
Yep.
he literally was like, "I'm not doing pumpkin." And I was like, "We will do fall." And I made my pumpkin coffee with my vanilla sweet cold foam on top. It's iced, And I put it in my glass jar just so you could see it. But it was darker before the cold foam has now mixed. But
But Skinny Syrups has new
yep,
fall stuff.
let me let
See,
me get you on.
it's like, why? Why am I trying to buy a house right now? It's fall. We're
So
fall.
sugar-free pumpkin spice syrup, sugar-free pumpkin caramel syrup. Those two are fantastic, by the way. They have a sugar-free maple bacon donut. Pause for dramatic effect.
Right, bitch, what? What?
There's a
So when are we
sugar-free
getting
maca.
this?
I have a cart. I just haven't placed the order. They have a sugar-free macadamia nut, which I cannot have here. My oldest has a tree nut allergy, so I try not to do the nut stuff. But I have had the pistachio syrup. That one is fantastic in
What does it
coffee.
taste? Because like I've seen a lot of things with pistachio, and I feel like Starbucks even had some kind of
hmm
pistachio
hmm
drink this summer. What is the flavor? Is it sweet? Is it nutty? Is it like what is the? I didn't want to spend the money on it because I didn't really know.
So I wish we were closer because I'd be like, girl, try this. So
I know.
I put it in hot chocolate. The
Oh,
pistachio, it just really for me, I like it, or I put it in my coffee with a little bit of vanilla. So I think the pistachio tastes more nutty than anything else. It's not like a salty,
okay,
but it's just like a nice like if you were to eat like a non-salted pistachio, that's what I think of.
okay,
Um,
okay.
yeah, so that
I
one,
like pistachios with the salt though.
yes. Oh, and they have this new thing which will be coming here. It is the sugar-free pumpkin sauce in the skinny syrups. Skinny syrups just needs to just give me my own little discount code because at this point I own every syrup in this house.
Did you know that they
But
have an affiliate program?
they they probably do. I just haven't looked. Let me go. I'm gonna
No,
go
they
check it out.
do. I signed up for it.
Girl. But so this the sauces. Let me talk about these because my husband likes the sauces. He gets like the dark chocolate espresso, and I get him the caramel one or caramel.
Okay.
I know everyone says it different. I say caramel. How do you say it? You say
Right.
caramel?
I feel like it kind of, I feel like it kind of depends, especially if I see that other A, it's definitely caramel. I'm saying caramel because I see that
Okay.
other A. But if I'm just saying it, I don't really know. I think it used to be, it was caramel. And I think as I got
Yeah.
older, I think I've transitioned more to caramel. I don't know if I'm just trying to sound like extra, because I mean like that is me.
But hey, we are
But
extra. But
right,
I was just
right.
thinking, I was like, people say it different. So the sauces are not like a thick sauce, like a syrup, like I thought. Like they actually are like a very thin sauce. So I tried to line my cup once and be like all aesthetically pleasing. It was not aesthetically pleasing because it came out like a sauce. And I was like, what? So just if anyone orders it, just know it is not a syrup. It says sauce. And the skinny syrups are like pumps of syrup.
Right.
It's not like
So
chocolate syrup
so
with the
it's
Hershey's chocolate
thicker then.
syrup.
The sauce is thicker, where the syrup is
The
like,
sauce is thicker, but it still just runs down the cup. It doesn't like coat the cup if that's what you're looking for.
okay.
Um,
Okay.
but it is like nice to drizzle on top of like whipped cream or to like mix in the bottom of the cup like with the sauce, like the skinny syrup that you're using.
Okay, I like where you're going with this.
So like the chocolate espresso syrup with the peanut butter cup skinny syrup makes
hmm
like this perfect chocolate peanut butter cup coffee or in your protein shakes.
Ooh,
Whoop whoop.
man, this stupid company. Why am I buying a house right now?
Because because home ownership is amazing. That's why. Let me put my little finance girl hat on. Okay. First
I
of
love it.
all,
You're like,
own,
ah.
owning a house is hard, but it's so rewarding because I feel like when you come home, you're like, this is my house. Like, I can knock out this wall, I
Mhm.
can paint this, I can do that, and nobody can tell me no or yes, or I don't have
Right.
to ask for permission. And then it's almost like later because you build equity in your house. So like
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
we're in our third house. That sounds so bad out loud to say, But my first house I
Hey,
bought before I
hi.
met my husband. Hey, no. My first house I bought before I met my husband.
Hmm.
So, and then it was a very tiny house. My first house was like $90,000. It was very tiny.
Hmm.
I say that
Well, that
because of
sounds
the
like a
area
really
where
good starter house.
it was really nice. And the area that I lived in, like, that's where we live. Like, houses are cheaper, in upstate New York
Mhm.
versus like the city in New York.
Right.
So, like, it still had, I had three, no, I had three bedrooms upstairs, a full bath. I had a bedroom downstairs and another full bath, kitchen, dining room, and a basement, where the washer and dryer were. It's a cute little house. And then, you put into it. So I bought it at 90. I sold it for like 125. So I had a little bit of
Wow.
extra. And then we bought, when Adam and I got together, we bought a
Mhm.
house together. And so that house was not 90 grand. Wish it was. Um, but that house, square footage wise, was so much bigger. And, as the girls got older, we moved. Now we're on the farm. And so it's nice because everything you put into your house, you can get back when you go to sell it later and either get something bigger or get something smaller and downsize. You have that equity. Where I feel like when you live in an apartment or, in a complex, you pay all that money forever, but you never get it back. Like when you leave, you just leave. Nothing is yours.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Now back to
Well,
non.
and it makes sense. And if you think about it too, I mean, granted, like prices are insane anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still, I mean, you're saving money because like my oldest, her and her husband have lived in the same one bedroom loft apartment for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and the amount of money that they pay for this
Mm-hmm.
little apartment is it's ridiculous. It's
And sometimes your mortgage is cheaper than
yeah,
your rent.
yeah.
So I
Well,
want to
my
say,
parents. So like Jeremy and I live in a trailer. We own the trailer, but we do have
mm-hmm,
to rent a lot. And
mm-hmm,
I think my parents' mortgage for their condo is cheaper than our lot rent, or
mm-hmm,
it's basically the same. But my parents have two
mm-hmm.
bedrooms, two full bathrooms, a finished basement, all the
Girl,
things,
that
and they're
that
paying.
two full bathrooms is a game changer, first of all.
Well, in that finished basement too, let me tell you. Like,
I
and
got
it's
daughters.
right. I have a 16-year-old son. When Jeremy and I started looking for a place, he's like, I'm not sharing a bathroom with him. And I'm like, I'm not either. I'm super spoiled at this point with having two bathrooms. So, I don't care if we have to add on and add a bathroom, then that's what we do.
I feel
I was
like
like,
I don't know how I would live without two, and that sounds so bad. But like
I think it does
two
though.
two bathrooms, even like I don't know. Like I feel like we have the two girls, we have three
Mhm.
bathrooms in this house. Like, well, one is a little half bath, and right now we call it the emergency bathroom. Because in the old
They can
farmhouse,
study shit and then one you can go into that one.
yeah. So, well, and also because it's a farmhouse and the way they built the bathrooms, I believe the story. My husband could probably tell it differently or how, but the small mini version is that his grandfather would come off of the farm, come through the back door, come into the kitchen, wash his hands, use the bathroom, and then go back out without tracking mud through the house.
Gotcha.
So
No, that does make sense.
the emergency bathroom is in my kitchen. That's what I'm trying to say. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's, nobody nobody
Right.
uses it. Right now
Right.
it houses the mop, the vacuum. It's used as storage. Um, but I will say when like we have two girls, so when we come home from
Mhm.
like a trip and everyone's got to pee, the emergency bathroom does get used on those days.
But also, too, you're not in the kitchen trying to cook while somebody's using that
Well,
emergency
well,
bathroom.
and that's the thing. Like it's there if we need it. When my grandmother comes to visit, the
Mhm.
first time she
Right.
came for Christmas, we had to bring her to the emergency
Mhm.
bathroom because we couldn't get her into the main bathrooms upstairs. And the bathroom in my office, we couldn't
Ah,
get the wheelchair through the door and through everything to get her in. So we had to use the emergency bathroom because it was right there on the first floor. So I can see where it comes in handy, but if we only had one bathroom, I don't know if this house would survive with the amount of estrogen that is here. My poor
Yeah.
husband just would never get bathroom time.
No, I know. Because how old is your oldest again?
She's
11?
11. Yep.
Yeah. So that soon.
Yeah, no,
Soon.
we're 11, and even like my 6-year-old, like Marielle loves to take showers. That girl will be in there. If I let her stay in the shower for 45 minutes, she would stay in for 45 minutes. No problem.
I mean, same. Like when I'm in the
It's the
shower,
hot water.
it's for me. It's I. So like I mean, my son is on the spectrum, and I do joke that my dad is, and that I probably am too. But water is usually a really soothing thing for somebody on the
Oh yeah,
spectrum,
calming.
and yeah, and like I literally like, especially if I've had a really hard day, whether it was mentally draining, emotionally draining, whatever. If it's been just a rough day, I can easily spend 45 minutes to an hour in the shower just letting the water
Hmm.
hit me, calms my brain. Like I'm not all like anymore. So like I get that. I also have like I play out a bunch of scenarios that either didn't happen, never will happen, um, or just replay things that did happen. Like I should have said this, I should have said that. So like I mean, it ends up being a whole thing. And then when I used
You
to,
have a whole dialogue in the shower.
I do.
It's a
And when
whole
I used
movie
to have,
scene.
it is. It absolutely is. Absolutely. And if I had a radio like I used to, then it becomes a concert because
That
I'm
is
just
my
in there.
11-year-old. She will be having the Taylor Swift concert of her life. And then, because I be vibing out though, because I'm a Swiftie, okay? I know. I like T Swift, okay?
Girl, you
I also
sounded more.
like thug
Listen,
music.
we created this name. We created this name because we aren't really basic unless it's fall, and we're not housewives because we go out and work. And the more I'm getting into this, the more basic you're sounding, and
I
your housewife is
mean,
showing.
my let me tell you about this dinner I made the other day. No, my, my housewife is showing.
I probably
I
know about it because you usually send me pictures of it.
Yeah, and I honestly think it's because like my mom always used to cook dinner when I was a kid.
Hmm.
And so I feel like that's just like something that I've just learned to do. Like, and I take pride in making dinner for my family. I don't know if that's a housewife thing. My husband cooks also. It's not just me. Like, if he's home before me, he will cook dinner. But I like to do it, so therefore I usually want to, and I am a control freak, and so therefore I rather just do it.
Right, you're not cutting that correctly. You're not cleaning that right.
Right. It's not
You know,
and I know that about myself, and it's okay. Yay, therapy. All right, let's
right.
chalk it up. I'm a firm believer in therapy for
Oh
yourself to
heck yeah.
understand,
Oh
your
heck yeah.
good parts and your bad parts, and I know that about me. So I rather just do it. And so therefore I like to do it. I like to make scrambled pancakes for the kids for dinner. I like to make homemade crab cakes. I like to make chicken wings and make 4 different kinds because everybody in this house likes something different. And
Yep.
yes, sometimes I'm like, why do you do this? But then at the same time, I'm like, I want lemon pepper hot wings. Don't nobody else want that. So
Right.
I'll cook them however, salt, pepper, garlic, Worcestershire, however y'all say that word.
Right.
Um, and then I will
Worcester.
get yeah, Worcester sauce. And then I will get little bowls out, and then everybody can put whatever sauce they want and toss them. And then it's really not that big of a deal. It's a little bit of extra dishes, but that's what the dishwasher is for.
Right, right. I know I do I miss cooking. Like I took culinary in high school, realized that like my calling wasn't going to be working in a restaurant making food for thousands of people a day. It
Hmm.
was going to be, having dinner parties, inviting friends over.
Yes.
But
I love to
one
host.
Right, but once I did it for actually I was in cosmetology school and one of my friends, her son is less than a month younger than Ro, and they were not even a year old while we were in school. So I invited her and then just a couple of my friends over, and I made dinner and like we all basically were half passed out. Actually, I think my one friend was passed out before midnight hit, both of our kids were still running through the house, like whatever, just let them be babies. I think they were only like 9 months old. Ro had just
Yeah, there's not much they can do.
right. Ro had just recovered from pneumonia, and I was like, listen, this kid can live his best life right now. Um, but once I was diagnosed with cancer and started going on treatment, like I'm always just so tired. My appetite
Hmm.
is absolute garbage. So I don't cook anymore, and I feel bad because I've got a 16-year-old that I'm like, do you want like some pizza rolls and some fish sticks?
Girl, don't talk bad about pizza
I
rolls,
know,
okay?
but when it's every day because I'm so tired. But like I really do miss cooking. And now that like Rowan's palate has gotten bigger too, like he wants to try more
Hmm.
things and he likes new things, and I'm just like I am so tired. Like I just don't have the energy to cook anything or make anything, and I just am like, ugh, I miss it because I do like doing it too. I love going through cookbooks and being like, oh, I could
Yes.
like switch this up and do this instead, or like, oh, this just looks good. Let's just try it and see what it, how it is, and just even just to get like ideas. I mean, there's been so many times I've been in a cookbook or on Pinterest. Love Pinterest.
Interest is the devil.
I mean, it really is. It really is. It's the
That's when I
devil.
know my housewife shows when I go on Pinterest. I'm like, babe, I found this Pinterest soup recipe for the crock pot. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, so one of Rowan's new favorite things I found on Pinterest, but this is why I find Pinterest to be the devil, is as a makeup artist, when somebody comes to you and say, I want to look like this, I do not have a magic wand, my friend. I am so sorry. That is a filter for one. You have a different eye shape for two, uh,
Hmm.
a different face shape for three, and it's I can do that, but it's not gonna look like that.
I find that when I look at other people's pictures, I'm like, I really like the way this looks. And then I realize that my eye shape does not match their eye shape. So, like, like the girls that like draw the little line out here for their eyeliner? I think
I
that is
can't do
so
it.
much fun and so pretty. I have not figured out yet how to do it. And I don't know if it's just because I went to school for numbers, okay? I can draw a straight line for a graph, or we could do a curve. Maybe some cosine, some tangent, some sine if we're doing, some upper level math. People are like, please don't talk about math. Okay? I can do those things. Do not ask me to go in the corner of my eye and draw a little ass line to come out. And I tried it like twice and I was like, you know what? It's not for you. It's not for you. Look at other people.
I Yeah, no, like, and I mean, for somebody who has done hair and does makeup, I still can't do a straight line. Don't worry about it. It's half the reason why I don't cut hair because
Yes.
I couldn't keep my fingers in the right spot, and I couldn't keep my feet in the right spot. But I feel like for me, I think the corner of my eye is too
Hmm.
close to my nose, to the bridge of my nose, so I don't really have room to do that little thing. And if I do,
Yeah.
then it's on my nose. And that's
Yes.
not cute.
Okay. That's what I think. I watched like 5 videos of this one girl do it and I was like, you look so pretty. And that's it. I'm gonna like it because
Right? And it's like, who'd
it's
you
not
sell
for
your soul
me.
to be able to do this? Because that's
Right.
how
God
I feel
blessed
half the
you
time.
with fun eyes. You're welcome. That's what I tell my sister actually all the time. God bless you. You the pretty one, I'm the smart one. Our brother is musically inclined. Like, you're welcome, okay? Of course we
God,
all
just
look alike, which is even funnier, but we always tell my sister she is the pretty one.
that is funny though that you're like, well, I got this, you got this, brother got this, instead of just like,
Well, and then our oldest sister just has everything. Like I'm not sure how that it's not fair. Okay?
it's
There's four of
fair.
us, all right? Three girls, one boy. Baby brother is the baby. Somehow he's freaking 6 feet tall. I don't know where that came from because my daddy is short. Okay? No offense, dad. Love you. My daddy is short. I was like hoping that like through osmosis as a kid that like my dad, so I had two, so my dad that my mom married, I was hoping that through osmosis I was gonna get his height somehow
You're like,
because
just
I wanted to be a baller. Like just hug me more. Maybe I'll get to be 5'11". No. No. And then I have cousins who are 5'11" and they didn't play basketball or volleyball. And I'm like, can you give it to me?
My
You know?
mom is 5'1", my dad is 6'1". I wasn't meant to be tall.
Dang.
I wasn't meant to be tall at all. And my 16-year-old is he's got to be 6'1", because I mean I've sent you pictures. Jeremy knows
Yeah.
how tall he is because he's had to know how tall he is. He's 6'2". My dad is just a touch taller than Jeremy, which would put him at 6'1". And even though my dad is 75 years old and you think would be shrinking, I
Hmm.
don't really feel like my dad is shrinking. He's not all like hunched over and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Ro is just a little bit taller than my dad. Like, I feel that my son's pediatrician has been off for the past 2 years because they were saying he was under 6 feet
And then all
for.
of a sudden he grew 4 inches,
Well, no, but he was eye to eye with Jeremy. And I was
which
like,
means
there's
he
no
couldn't.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way. You're trying to tell me that this kid is 5'10" when he's eye to eye with his husband. That there's no way. And he's not that
Hmm.
much shorter than my dad. I'm like, there's no way that he's only 5'10". And Rose's like, I'm not, I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot. And I was like, we're not going to worry about it. But either everything is wrong or your
Hmm.
pediatrician is just off. And like the pictures that I sent you were from the wedding, and you can see like he's got
You
inches
could see how tall
on
he is.
people, and
Yeah.
I'm like, there is no way. Yeah, I'm like, there's no way, because now you're trying to say that like if you're saying Rowan is 6 feet tall now, you're trying to tell me that my husband's like 5'9", 5'10", and it's like he's not, because I was wearing 5-inch platform stilettos at our wedding, and I was
You were
shorter
still
than my
shorter than he
husband,
was.
and I'm like 5'5" without those heels on. So no, like y'all are wrong.
The
You
math,
need to
the
fix.
math is not mathing.
It ain't mathing at all, and it hasn't for a couple of years. Like these
Yeah, no.
doctors, like you need to stop trying to make people shorter.
My youngest will be taller than me, the pediatrician has told us, but she's like in the 90th percentile for height. So she gonna get that 5'11" height that my cousins got that I did not get. I'm a little mad about it. A little bit. Um, and then my oldest, I'm not sure where she's gonna be because on her mom's side, her grandfather is 6 foot. Her mom is I'm 5'7", so I think she might be like 5'5", 5'6" ish.
Okay.
And then my husband's 5'9", 5'10" ish, you know? So like I don't know how tall she's gonna be. Because I thought at one point like she was in like the average percentile height. So she might be my height. She might be a little shorter. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
She could be a giant. And in that case, both of my girls are playing basketball. They don't have a choice. We're not gonna waste
Right.
height in this house, okay?
See,
You
this
get
is why
height,
I love.
we're gonna use it.
Right. My mom used the height in our family to get things off of shelves and cupboards because she was too little to do it. And then once Rowan got tall, I was like, ask him. Once he got to be my height at 13, actually, he was just a touch taller than me when he was 13, to the point where when I was taking pictures with him at his 13th birthday, I told him to squat down a little bit because you're not going to be in these pictures taller than me. We are going to be the same height. Squat down. Yeah.
Why
I
are all
started
moms
telling her,
like that? Like that is a mom thing. Sit
it
down
is.
in this picture. You ain't standing up. Sit down.
Right? You're not going to be taller than me yet.
You
So I told her, I was
you
like,
are
make
not
the
allowed
kid
to be
jump.
taller than me.
Not at 13. Like, no. But I do remember being 12 and being taller than my mom, and I was always like, I could see over your head.
The
I'm
second I
taller
was
than
taller
you.
than
So
my
when
mom,
he
I
started
never
doing.
let her live it down.
Yep. I know, and Ro did the same thing. As soon as he was taller than my mom, he started doing stuff, and then as soon as he realized that he was taller than me, I'm taller than you.
Oh yeah, I still
Doesn't
do it.
matter. Sit down. Sit down.
I just go to my mom, put my arm on her shoulder, like, hey, what up? What up, shorty?
I'll just be like,
Yeah.
huh. I can see like right because my mom also likes to have a little bit of the big hair to give her some of that extra volume, and I'm like,
Hey,
I can still
when I
see
put a
over
bun, I will grow 2 inches with a high bun.
it.
Let me do it.
I know that's why I
And
loved my shoes for my wedding. And I even had people like, "Oh my gosh, are you gonna be okay? Can you walk through like the gravel? Can you walk into the leaves?" Listen, baby doll, I wore these shoes when I was out clubbing in my 20s. I haven't forgotten how to do it. It's like riding a bike. I will be fine. Let me run in these. I ran. I walked through leaves and branches to get to the picture spot my photographer wanted me to go to without taking my shoes off. I'm like, I got this, y'all. I got this. Walk
when I,
downstairs, fine.
the club days, the shoes.
Oh
Can,
yeah.
can, can we please talk about like the TikTok trends and like the Instagram reels, which I feel like are TikTok trends. I don't know which comes first, but like where the girls go in their closets and they pull out all the shoes they used to wear to the club.
Hmm.
When I tell you, we were a special breed of women.
Or or I love the ones where they're like, "Oh, this is what they wore in 2010." And I'm like, "No, because I used to go clubbing in the early 2000s because I had my son in 2008 and that's when I stopped." And I'm like, "I wore those things in 2006. Let's try again." That's we wore
Try
those.
again.
We
Outside
chokehold,
in the
the
freezing
chokehold that
temps.
Ruth. Ah, yes. But listen,
Charlotte
Charlotte
Russe,
Ruth,
Deb,
Charlotte.
Rue 21.
Oh my gosh, and Deb. The chokehold, the literal chokehold that anything in either of those stores had on our generation going out to the club. Oh my lord!
Because you knew
Like
if
these
you
kids
needed a
don't
club
get it.
outfit, you could go right to Deb with $20 and you could get like a top and maybe a matching pair of shoes, depending if they was on the clearance rack.
Mhm.
Or you could go to Rue 21, get you a whole outfit for $35. In Charlotte Russe, we had one in Burlington at the mall. I remember going specifically to Charlotte Russe to go shopping. And I bought this
For the
little red corset. I thought I was cute that day.
hmm I remember
Ooh.
so the one place that I used to go to a lot, they started doing a thing on Thursdays where like everybody wore white, and because I was always going there, like I kind of pretended like I worked there, but I was like maybe I could just like be like a shot girl or whatever.
Hmm.
Either way, it wasn't. But anyway, it was still kind of like one of those things like let's all like the crew that used to always go like let's wear white. And I remember going to Charlotte Russe and I got this cute like do you remember those tops that like kind of like came across but then they had like the string right here and it tied around
Yep.
your so I got
Oh
one of
my
those
God.
and it was white satin and I got my ass a mini denim skirt
Get
like
it. Get it,
barely
girl.
burned them cheeks. And the shoes, I still loved these shoes. Like if I could find them, I think I gave them away. Like they were platform. They
Yes.
weren't super high, but they had that nice platform. The heel was a little bit thicker, but it was a white sandal, and it was like that cork board. So like they
Hmm.
were super easy to walk in. And I remember like putting that outfit on, and I was like, "Ain't
He
nobody
was like,
touching
nobody can tell me nothing. And don't
me."
come at me because I'm ready to fight.
Right? Hold on. Let me unbuckle this shoe real quick.
Oh my
Because it was the
gosh.
buckle around the ankle, so it wasn't just slipping right off.
When I tell you the outfits, the
Mm.
dancing, you want to know what? I was gonna make a meme about this or like a reel the other day. But I was like, you can't tell me that dancing is no cardio because I feel like back in college, I could go out to the club on Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and eat whatever I wanted and not gain a single pound. Dancing is cardio. Done.
It is. How many times did you walk out of the club sweaty?
Oh,
Because you've been
first of all,
dancing.
out in the dead middle of winter with open toes
Oh,
because
yes,
it's
yes.
hot.
Oh, yeah. With your little
Going
corset
through the
on.
snow.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah. There were footsteps in there, or somebody had come through and shoveled. It really depended on where you're going. But, I mean, there.
Hmm.
And so what? Your toes got a little wet. They
They
dried
were
off.
gonna dry in the club anyway.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely.
God. What a time. What a time. I
It's
would
even better
die
because
now.
there
I
weren't
would
smartphones to document all the dumb shit that we did growing up. So
I am
thank you.
so happy that like MySpace
Oh gosh,
wasn't
my face.
wasn't like I mean MySpace was like you had your top eight and everyone knew how to code by the way with MySpace. Like
I never did. I never
everybody
did figured it out. I never even really tried to figure it out either.
So
I was
I
like,
got an A in graphics class at college because I took my MySpace code, copy and pasted it, and made a web page with the little glitter coming down and the little girls. My teacher was like, "How did you learn how to do this?" I was like, "I don't know. I just woke
I'm just
up and we all knew how to code."
right.
Don't ask me how to do it now. Can't do
I'm
crap in
just
coding, but I can make a spreadsheet.
right. I feel like if my MySpace is still out there, there are some I could never run for president. Let's just say that because I got friends that would post like things onto my MySpace, and I'm like, let's just keep that there. Let's not delete it.
My
Okay.
my MySpace was giving catfish. Um, so they could share it, but it probably ain't
Mine was
me.
giving alcoholic whore. So
No. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. No, mine was definitely giving catfish. Because I was trying to like, be this girl back then, and I found a picture of another dark-skinned woman. Sorry to her. And I might have been her for at least 6, 7, 8 months.
I
Um,
might have been her.
and I'm not proud of this, but I may or may not have gotten a whole shopping spree at Charlotte Russe for being her. Still,
I
we're
mean
not going to talk about the dumb things that I did as a kid, which is
that was
probably why I'm psycho about my kids and their phones and their electronics. Because Mama did it first, okay?
why do
Mama had
kids do
AOL.
first? Why do
Yeah,
kids? I mean, like this could easily be a whole entire podcast, but like
sure
my
could,
son
sure
come at me
can.
with an attitude, and I'm like, first of all, are you new here? And second,
Are you new?
um, do you think you're the first one in this family to get an attitude? Where do you think you got that from?
Right here. I know. Both my kids. It's me.
Yeah.
It's me. And I know my oldest, I may have not have birthed that girl, but that girl is mine because she got my attitude because I just want to, I know it is because sometimes she does stuff and I'm like, ooh, I want to, when you 16, we going to square up. And I can't. But when she hit 18, oh, she going to catch these hands. And it's because she's me. And my youngest cannot.
Right.
She rolled her eyes at me yesterday. She's still breathing.
Oh,
And when I tell you, like we
she
were at dinner
lucky
with
she's still
friends.
breathing.
That's what I'm saying. We had dinner once, and like my husband and my oldest moved away from the table because she said something, and they knew I was coming across. That's my fault. It's my fault.
I mean, no, it's
Tree,
not.
apple, me, not far. Just
Right. Like, so Jeremy and my son do get into like a lot of confrontations, and it's stupid. And we have had to have law enforcement intervene in some things. Um, and the last time I looked at the officer and I was like, "You remember being 16? I'm pretty certain you were the greatest." And he was like, "No." And I was like, "I was awful. I don't know how my parents made it through." And my son literally did not fall far from that tree at all.
see, apple,
He is
tree, you,
absolutely
just right here.
right. I'm like, I'm sorry, but like, this is my payback being a terrible child to my parents. But
I
whatever.
was not terrible in high school. College Kai was a whole different person, but College Kai had a lot of stuff happen. We'll talk about that later. So there was a whole year where I was not okay mentally. So that
Is that
Kai,
is that what we're gonna talk about on our next episode?
I don't know.
Because
Is
next month
that? No,
is
I think it's
September.
October. Oh, it's next month in September. Yes, then yes, yes, it
Okay.
is. I'm like over here. I'm like, what day is it today? It's not time for back to school. I know your son went back to school. Mine don't go back to school until after Labor Day.
Yeah, we had our first week, girl. Ugh. Ugh, ugh,
How was
ugh.
it? which is 6'3" child.
Right. I mean, it wasn't terrible because his bus this year, luckily, it comes like 20 minutes later than what it did last year, actually, the last couple years. So I don't have to get up any earlier than what I was getting up this summer, and I can
Hmm.
still get myself ready for work and get him up and off to the bus. So I was like, when she called and told me what time she was coming, did you say that right?
You sure?
Really? I was like, okay, I can get on board with that because I kept looking at my alarm going, oh God, I'm going to have to start getting up like 20 minutes earlier. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Our girls don't ride a bus. Like my husband thankfully drops them off every day, but because of the area we are, like the bus ride's like 45 minutes and the school is 6 minutes away
I
just
mean,
because of
if
the
I,
drive.
right, I mean, I used to take Roe, but since he got on an IEP, they now pick him up
Hmm.
because when he was younger, he can handle it now, but in the morning, it's just a lot easier to have the bus come get him. It was too overstimulating to be on a bus,
Hmm.
so he needed to have a separate bus ride. So,
I can't imagine how overstimulating. I hated riding the bus because of
hmm,
like you
yeah,
have kids in the front, kids in the middle, kids in the back, everyone's screaming, everyone's talking. It's not quiet, it's rambunctious. Even as an
hmm,
adult, like I get overstimulated
oh yeah, oh yeah. And he
sometimes.
was actually in
So
Arizona. He rode the bus a couple times in Arizona, and the bus driver kicked him off because he started losing it because it was just too overstimulating.
it's
And I think that was before
overstimulating.
we had our diagnosis too. And like,
Mm.
and I mean, like I've been on the bus with the kids after a field trip, and I'm just like,
Do you remember
the
when I
flight
went on the field trip at the
is
end of the year and I
broken.
was sending you messages like I'm crazy?
Yeah, yeah, I've done that. I've had a
When I
friend
was
just be like, kids on a field trip, and I'm like, somebody fed him cocaine. Somebody had to have fed him cocaine because
next
they're
time
louder now than what they were before. Oh my gosh, somebody shut them up.
I rode one bus on one field trip and I have volunteered that I will drive myself to every field trip from now on just to have the 40 minutes of quiet or 30 minutes or wherever we're
Hmm.
going because kindergartners
Hmm.
don't have volume control.
No, oh my gosh. Ugh, they really don't.
Like, and I went on Amelia's field trip. Was not I didn't ride the bus with them, but
Mhm.
like they were in. She'll be in sixth grade this year. Fifth grade, fourth grade. I don't remember, but we went to like Fort Ticonderoga,
Mhm.
and we got to watch like the guy shooting the guns, which was actually really cool and a little triggering. But that's another next week or next month. But
Gotcha.
um, but like those kids were actually like they were okay. They were not screaming, and I was like, all right. Maybe it helps when I get a little older. But high school, when I was a teacher, no, mm-mm. Eighth grade girls are, ooh, child. It's like mean
Mrs. Perry,
girls in
what
real
did you wear?
life.
That makes you look fat.
Do you know that I have never in my life like been worried about like what I am wearing? Like I feel like I'm confident in myself enough, and except for the 3.5, 4 years I was a teacher, because those girls would come for you. Oh, that's what you're
Hmm.
wearing. I was like, I thought this was a nice sweater. It was on sale at J.C. Penney. Like I thought this was cute. They're like, oh, it's J.C. Penney. Well, yeah. What's wrong with J.C. Penney? I like J.C. Penney. What's wrong with J.C. Penney? They would come for you. Like my bad. And then I was
It's
like, I
like,
better not tell you I got these shoes at Walmart because y'all judging J.C. Penney. Like, first of all, J.C. is great. Thank you. You can get pennies.
right.
You can get your outfits for pennies at J.C. Penney. Like, I'm a teacher, okay? Like, we don't make a lot.
Right.
What you think we make
I said,
here?
do you know how much I don't get paid?
I thought it was a nice sweater. It was buy one, get one free. I got it in two colors. No, those girls aren't. But then, though, like, the opposite is when you look good, the kids, they be like, Mrs. Perry, girl, look at you. And I'd be like, hey, they ain't from J.C. Penney. It's from Target. Like, but they do. When they hype you up, they hype you up. But when your whole self-esteem you reevaluate your life choices like in the morning, like, where's this sweater from? Are they gonna know?
Right.
Telling you, high
Kids are
schoolers are
awful.
thugs. Till I wore my,
Yeah.
once I started wearing my Nikes though, the kids were like, "Oh, okay." Then they were laid back. They were like, "Oh, she got Nikes." And I was like, "Well, yeah, like these Nikes was
You're like,
before you were
do
even
you
thought
know where I
of."
grew up?
Like, first of all, these Nikes is older than you.
Right.
Why you keep them so clean? I don't wear them in the mud.
They're my night shoes.
These are my nice Nikes, my adult Nikes. I got adult money now. I actually at Target I said that I was like I have a kid brain with adult money because I went to the Lego section. I wanted to
Yeah,
buy
that
the
was
whole
me when
Harry
I was
Potter
growing
set.
up. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, we need Hot Wheels. Okay,
See,
let's just go find.
Polly Pocket, give it to me. I built Baby Groot for Mother's
Mm-hmm.
Day because why? Why wouldn't I build Baby Groot? I love him. I
I
almost
mean,
bought
well,
Rocket the other day. Baby Groot needed a friend. Will I have
Baby
the whole
Groot did need
Guardians
a
of the Galaxy set? Yes, eventually, because I am a small child with adult money.
friend.
Went and boss girl and got a big girl
I get
job. Now I got big girl money.
that. Yay.
I know. It's got to go on sale first.
Yeah, no, I get that. Was there any other like fall or pumpkin spice things that we missed? Because I know Starbucks has got their fall stuff.
Dunkin' Donuts doesn't have their fall stuff out
They're
yet.
not until yeah September. So like we have Big B Coffee here in Michigan. I think it's
Hmm.
local to Michigan or West Michigan. I'm not really sure. They released just a couple things the same day, possibly.
Hmm.
But yeah, like what is Dunkin' Donuts doing? Dunkin' Donuts.
I don't know.
What?
Like, I don't I have to,
Why
let
are we
me
missing
look.
September?
Hold on. Let
It's
me see when
September
they come
something, I
out.
swear.
You already looked it up, didn't you?
I mean, when I was looking up the Starbucks stuff, it kind of came up, but I
Starbucks never
don't
disappoints.
totally. I know. We need
Dunkin'
to end this
Donuts
podcast so I can go get
fall
some
menu.
Starbucks.
Oh, I'm sorry, girl. I know. We're over time. We usually don't go this long. So it
I know.
says Thursday, August 22nd, but I was at Dunkin'. I didn't see no pumpkin spice latte. Oh, that was at Starbucks. Just kidding.
Um,
It says
Dunkin' Donuts.
August 28th for Dunkin'.
Um, that's it. I thought it was September, or
It's
maybe
okay.
it
I'm
was.
gonna be getting
Oh
me.
yeah, this one, this 28th. Yep, maybe I was wrong. Sorry, Duncan. I apologize, but still, why'd you have to come out later than Starbucks and Big B
Starbucks was just
apparently?
ahead of the game. They was like, they know the girls is
Starbucks
coming
was
with the plaid. It's almost Han Solo
the
season. We're ready.
get
I
a
know. I really like that.
lumberjack.
See, now if I put on plaid right now,
Oh, no, this is my
it's
jam.
not. See, but you look
This
good.
is
I
what I
don't
wear.
look like that when I do it. I sent you the picture.
You were cute as shit. Are you trying to act like you weren't?
Mm, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, man.
No, ma'am. I like to pretend. I have the confidence and the swagger that I look cute. But deep down inside, I know people like that. That's a ghetto lumberjack right there. I know they look at me like that. I can feel it.
What's
I'm gonna
that
do
black
better
girl
this
trying to
year,
be
though.
hot?
I'm gonna do better this year. I'm gonna get like a more like form fitting because they're shackets and shackets are supposed to be big and baggy, so they're not
Right.
form fitting. So I'm gonna try to go
Get
on
an actual
Amazon.
flannel. Get an actual flannel, not just
What?
a plaid jacket. Get a
What is?
flannel.
I don't know if I can. I I hear what you're saying.
Just get, okay, get a flannel from Amazon. So if you really don't like it, you can just return it.
Okay. I'm gonna write that down and I'm gonna pencil it. I have one plaid shirt and I did not purchase it. It was a Christmas gift from work.
Well, you do work with a bunch of Norwegians, so
I know, but well, it was at our American party.
fair weathered people.
Yes, fair weather people. Yes. But like well and I have like I have this print, but this is Burberry print. So I don't have like a shirt with this, but like I have like a crossbody. So I do have plaid on in the fall.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna get a flannel. I'm gonna get one.
All right. Well,
Go grocery shopping, go get your
I,
Starbucks.
I'm going to. I'll post it.
Yes,
And you better
please.
go watch. You've got to go watch the Hubster play some
Mm-hmm.
basketball and look at some bloody calves.
That's what I'm saying. Because he looks so good when he do it.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you in a couple weeks.